This is S51 to Grand City. Next stop, Bay Street and Nickelport Place. This stop is Bay Street and Nickelport Place. Next stop, Bay Street and Central Avenue. This stop is Bay Street and Central Avenue. Next stop, Bay Street and Victory Boulevard. Transfers available to S46, S48, S61 and S62. This stop is Bay Street and Victory Boulevard. Next stop, Bay Street and Van Duzer-Ext. This stop is Bay Street and Van Duzer-Ext. Next stop, Bay Street and Grant Street. This stop is Bay Street and Grant Street. Next stop, Bay Street and William Street. This stop is Bay Street and William Street. Next stop, Bay Street and Sand Street. This stop is Bay Street and Sand Street. Next stop, Bay Street and Prospect Street. This stop is Bay Street and Prospect Street. Next stop, Bay Street and Water Street. This stop is Bay Street and Water Street. Next stop, Bay Street and Broad Street. This stop is Bay Street and Broad Street. Next stop, Bay Street and Bailey Seton Hospital. This stop is Bay Street and Bailey Seton Hospital. Next stop, Bay Street and Vanderbilt Avenue. This stop is Bay Street and Vanderbilt Avenue. Next stop, Bay Street and Townsend Avenue. This stop is Bay Street and Townsend Avenue. Next stop, Bay Street and Edgewater Street. This stop is Bay Street and Edgewater Street. Next stop, Bay Street and Willow Avenue. This stop is Bay Street and Willow Avenue. Next stop, Bay Street and Chestnut Avenue. This stop is Bay Street and Chestnut Avenue. Next stop, Bay Street and St. Mary's Avenue. This stop is Bay Street and St. Mary's Avenue. Next stop, Bay Street and Highland Boulevard. This stop is Bay Street and Highland Boulevard. Next stop, Bay Street and St. John's Avenue. This stop is Bay Street and St. John's Avenue. Next stop, Bay Street and Fingerboard Road. This stop is Bay Street and Fingerboard Road. Next stop, Bay Street and Lyman Avenue. This stop is Bay Street and Lyman Avenue. Next stop, New York Avenue and Coast Guard Drive. This stop is New York Avenue and Coast Guard Drive. Next stop, New York Avenue and Drum Ave BLDG 209. This stop is New York Avenue and Drum Ave BLDG 209. Next stop, New York Avenue and Marshall Road. This stop is New York Avenue and Marshall Road. Next stop, Battery Road and Air Force Reserve. This stop is Battery Road and Air Force Reserve. Next stop, Battery Road and Tennessee Road. This stop is Battery Road and Tennessee Road. Okay guys, so that was all the stops in Fort Wadsworth. If you didn't know, the S51 and S81 Limited only goes via Fort Wadsworth from 6:30 a.m. to 6:45 p.m. on weekdays and weekends. So when it's past 6:45, the S51 goes on School Road and only goes via Bay Street. So now I will put the School Road stops. Next stop, School Road and Dennis Torricelli Street. This stop is School Road and Dennis Torricelli Street. Next stop, School Road and Tompkins Avenue. This stop is School Road and Tompkins Avenue. Next stop, Lily Pond Avenue and Major Avenue. Transfer available to S53. This stop is Lily Pond Avenue and Major Avenue. Next stop, Lily Pond Avenue and McLean Avenue. Transfer available to S53. This stop is Lily Pond Avenue and McLean Avenue. Next stop, Father Capodanno Boulevard and Robin Road. This stop is Father Capodanno Boulevard and Robin Road. Next stop, Father Capodanno Boulevard and Linda Avenue. This stop is Father Capodanno Boulevard and Linda Avenue. Next stop, Father Capodanno Boulevard and Dottie Avenue. This stop is Father Capodanno Boulevard and Dottie Avenue. Next stop, Father Capodanno Boulevard and Sand Lane. Transfer available to S52. This stop is Father Capodanno Boulevard and Sand Lane. Next stop, Father Capodanno Boulevard and Atlantic Avenue. This stop is Father Capodanno Boulevard and Atlantic Avenue. Next stop, Father Capodanno Boulevard and Delaware Avenue. This stop is Father Capodanno Boulevard and Delaware Avenue. Next stop, Father Capodanno Boulevard and Ultra Avenue. This stop is Father Capodanno Boulevard and Ultra Avenue. Next stop, Father Capodanno Boulevard and Cromwell Avenue. This stop is Father Capodanno Boulevard and Cromwell Avenue. Next stop, Father Capodanno Boulevard and Seaview Avenue. This stop is Father Capodanno Boulevard and Seaview Avenue. Next stop, Father Capodanno Boulevard and Buell Avenue. This stop is Father Capodanno Boulevard and Buell Avenue. Next stop, Father Capodanno Boulevard and Norton Avenue. This stop is Father Capodanno Boulevard and Norton Avenue. Next stop, Father Capodanno Boulevard and Slater Boulevard. This stop is Father Capodanno Boulevard and Slater Boulevard. Next stop, Father Capodanno Boulevard and Graham Boulevard. This stop is Father Capodanno Boulevard and Graham Boulevard. Next stop, Father Capodanno Boulevard and Jefferson Avenue. This stop is Father Capodanno Boulevard and Jefferson Avenue. Next stop, Father Capodanno Boulevard and Hempstead Avenue. This stop is Father Capodanno Boulevard and Hempstead Avenue. Next stop, Midland Avenue and Patterson Avenue. This stop is Midland Avenue and Patterson Avenue. Next stop, Midland Avenue and Colony Street. This stop is Midland Avenue and Colony Street. Next stop, Midland Avenue and Freeborn Street. This stop is Midland Avenue and Freeborn Street. Next stop, Midland Avenue and Moreland Street. This stop is Midland Avenue and Moreland Street. Next stop, Midland Avenue and Mason Avenue. This stop is Midland Avenue and Mason Avenue. Next stop, Midland Avenue and Boundary Avenue. This stop is Midland Avenue and Boundary Avenue. Next stop, Highland Boulevard and Midland Avenue. Transfers available to S78 and S79 SBS. This stop is Highland Boulevard and Midland Avenue. Next stop, Lincoln Avenue and Grant Place. This stop is Lincoln Avenue and Grant Place. Next stop, Lincoln Avenue and Edison Street. This stop is Lincoln Avenue and Edison Street. Next stop, Lincoln Avenue and South Railroad Avenue. Transfer available to Staten Island Railway. This stop is Lincoln Avenue and South Railroad Avenue. Next stop, Lincoln Avenue and Richmond Road. Transfers available to S74 and S76. This stop is Lincoln Avenue and Richmond Road.